What's up, you guys? Welcome to the April 14th edition of NBA 3-Ball presented by Establish the Run. I'm your host, Mike Gallagher, getting ready to break down a pretty fun Tuesday slate, talk some preview for Wednesday, ton of games, but there was so much stuff to talk about on Tuesday. But let's start with the news in 10 minutes. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe, please. And gonna start with the Nuggets. I kind of skimmed over it quickly last night. Jamal Murray out for the year, ACL. It's all year he's probably out next year for the season. It sucks. But let's move forward. So about a week ago, Monte Morris had told Mike Malone that he wasn't quite ready for full minutes yet. So that's why Monte Morris has been coming off the bench, and we've been seeing more of Facu Campazzo. So you would think as time has gone on, and obviously now this Jamal Murray thing is kind of a wake-up call, like, hey, Monte, we need you. Campazzo hasn't been great. So I think Morris may not start this one, but I think he's going to start either Friday or the game after that. Certainly Monday. Like, if he doesn't start next Monday or whatever the next game is, I'd be really surprised. So if I wanted to pick between the two, certainly Monte. We know he's in the Count of Monte Assisto is one of the assist turnovers, one of my favorite nicknames. So certainly into him more. And then, of course, Michael Porter Jr. usage rate. Jokic shoots a lot better. We'll see more Aaron Gordon usage rate as well. I mean, taking him out of the mix, Murray is going to really start upping guys. Maybe Will Barton runs a little more pick and roll, hasn't been doing that. So he may get a little bit of a second life here. And let's get to the Cavs here. Big injury report. We've got the bigs coming back. Jared Allen practiced, as did Larry Nance, who lost like 20 pounds from an illness. Mentioned in the last one, he tweeted coming back soon. So yeah, that looks like today. So the Cavs official site actually had like a "You're my boy blue" kind of a thing for Isaiah Hartenstein, basically saying like, hey, thanks for what you did, but now we got the big dog back. So yeah, I'm expecting Jared Allen to have a really big season. I think him and Kevin Love pair pretty well. Certainly think Larry Nance, who could play a little bit of three if they needed to. We've seen that lineup before. So if one of the guards, Garland's questionable, Colin Sexton's questionable. They both were limited in practice. I think Sexton's more likely than Garland is, but Garland was a game-time decision in a back-to-back, so I think he has a decent shot to play, despite the limited tag. Still certainly not expecting it. But yeah, like I said, Nance will be a little bit of a kind of a so-so guy because Kevin Love's been playing pretty well, and the Cavs offense actually has been pretty decent since he's been back. Another big note is Richaun Holmes has a hamstring issue. He is doubtful, so he's probably out. Luke Walton didn't quite confirm severity, but certainly not expecting him to play in the front end of a back-to-back, probably both. So yeah, mess with Damian Jones was the guy yesterday, and we'll see a little bit of Chimezie Metu. We'll see a little bit of Hassan Whiteside. Maybe we see a super tiny lineup here, but yeah, I mean, I probably would just stay away. Certainly would help Mo Harkless because they wouldn't want to go quite that small. So yeah, I think he would benefit slightly. It's going to be possible. You can certainly go small. You can put Harrison Barnes at the 5 if you need to against the Wizards too. So yeah, I'm not really into any of those guys. Like, it's crazy that there's basically 6 centers would be in the mix here with the Wizards having Alex Len, Daniel Gafford's still in a minutes limit, by the way, and Robin Lopez. Let's get to the basketball action, and I am not starting chronologically today. We are starting with the God, Lou Dort, career-high 42, shot the ball 31 times, 22 jumpers, had 4 steals. Only 6 of his points are in transition. It was all half-court offense, generating offense on his own. Oh my God, he is the guy. I've been saying this for so long. Teo Maledon he's in the corner like Deion Sanders and Bodie. The guy is just not involved in the offense when Dort has it going. So, yeah, dude, it's on. Until Shea gets back, evaluated in mid-April, certainly was cheering on Dort. I'm pretty sold. So, yeah, I love it. I'm really encouraged about how he finishes, at least until Shea gets back. Like I said, Dykno wants people in the paint. He wants dudes driving and making defenses collapse, and that's Dort right now. So, I love it. And also, Moses Brown, man, he held his own against Rudy Gobert, while everybody else besides those two got beasted by Gobert. So you got to feel really good about Moses Brown. I know everyone was worried about Tony Bradley. Mark Daigneault actually said it was a revenge game against the 76ers, was why he kind of wanted to get him in there. So never worried about Moses Brown here. He'll have bad games. He's a rookie, but the guy rebounds so well. Baisley, not great. Struggled with his shot. Wasn't as aggressive. Tougher matchup. Was not great on defense either. Made a little bit of mistakes, so he may not be quite as attractive. We'll see what happens to him today. And probably a much better matchup against the Warriors. I don't really have anything to add on the Jazz besides, like I said, Gobert's defense was just insane. So many shot alters for him. And Mike Conley, 14 dimes. I believe that's his best output as a Jazz man. Also, Bojan got to the line 10 times. Mentioned he kind of gave Bazley the business today. So not a great Bazley game. George Zhang, really good game too from him. A lot of clean looks. Almost was like Ingles with how many great catch and shoot shots he had today. Early game today, and we'll have another early Minnesota game as well today with Kevin Durant, man. You know I love Jaden McDaniels, but dude, he can't guard Kevin Durant. He's so freaking good. Gets on Twitter all morning, comes out there and drops 31 27 minutes. Got his run late when this game was over. So like as Nash said in the last game, they're going to get him up there. They want to get him into the 30s as soon as possible. Best way to do that is ramp him up. Joe Harris, also awesome game. Chris Chiozza hurt his hand. So if he can't go, and Kyrie can't go, and Harden can't go, we're going to see the guy who really stepped up today is Landry Shamet. He would be looking at a huge role, assuming plus KD is probably resting today. Blake's probably resting today. So there's a lot of opportunity today to kick this one off against the Phillies 76ers, but I mean, yeah, there's going to be so much usage to go around if all those guys are sitting. Wolves really missed Cat. Their offense was actually really humming. They were outstanding offense this month before today, but yeah, Anthony Edwards didn't have a great game. Jaden McDaniels didn't have anything going offensively. D'Lo couldn't get it going. Pretty much throw it out. They get a back-to-back today against the Bucks, so it's not going to get much better, but hopefully Cat can return. Paul George, just domination, so aggressive, so in rhythm. He's just on a roll right now. He also did mention he's, quote, ahead of it on his foot injury, so maybe he plays back-to-back. Still kind of doubt it, but I really liked hearing that. Marcus Morris, great job from him as well. Ty Lue talked about he's really trusting with offense to produce, so that's awesome to see. Yeah, I mean, the Clippers' offense is just on another level right now. Pacers, again, get their big three dogs hanging up some good numbers here with Sabonis, Brogdon, LeVert. Defense is the problem. Also, Miles Turner could be back today. Kind of keep an eye on that. I still doubt it, given how they've been so late and didn't practice the last time they talked about it. No Trae Young, no Gallo, no problem. Capella just a beast. Bogdan just rolling right now. Brandon Goodwin has played really well. He was in a really bad slump earlier. Awesome highlight from Solomon Hill to Kevin Huerter for awesome buzzer beater play. But yeah, I mean, the Hawks are just cruising. They're playing some good ball without their best, or one of their best players. Raptors kept this one close late thanks to 4 late Malachi Flynn threes to put him in a really good line. Pascal Siakam is driving a ton right now. Hopefully he doesn't rest today. I really like his offensive role. Chris Boucher got in trouble. Ken Burch was pretty good. This is twice now Nick Nurse after the game kind of talked about not putting him in the best position and still being impressed by how Ken Burch plays. So, yeah, it's a little scary for Boucher, but I still think he'll be close to a split. Aaron Baines has gone bye-bye. Freddie Gillespie is also giving this team good minutes too, so we'll see how this all fits. But, yeah, the Burch signing is going to hurt Boucher. Hornets dropped this one to the Lakers. Really not much to say besides, whoa boy, Brad Wanamaker was really bad. Caleb Martin, the offensive Martin, had a pretty fantastic game today as well. And, man, Jalen McDaniels, I screwed up for doubting him, man. He's been really productive. Not too assist-based scoring lately as well, which I like to see after he was pretty much all that. So, yeah, definitely into him more than I thought. And then PJ Washington not playing, obviously, was huge for him. Terry Rozier didn't play for knee tendonitis. Maybe back-to-back related. We'll see if he's back today. Easy win from the Suns. Defense was awesome. Bench was fan-freaking-tastic. Campaign rolling. He's been playing pretty well. Cam Johnson also had a good one. And DeAndre Ayton, again, really good inside against Bam. I mean, there's really nothing left to say. After every press conference, Monty Williams talks him up and getting him to where he needs to be. So I'm expecting a pretty strong finish from Ayton here. Very little to say on Miami. Kendrick Nunn, bad foul trouble today. Pretty horrible game here and a really bad spot for him. Expecting to be better today. Jimmy Butler did roll his ankle. This is the ankle that's given him problems this season, not last season. So he did return, came out because it was garbage time. Watch him on the injury report today. You got to think there's a pretty decent chance he sits, which would obviously open up a ton of usage for Nunn, Hero, everybody. Big win from Boston here. Jason Tatum just onions late in the game, filled it up. He's been playing so much better. Love to see it. Jaylen Brown playing well. Marcus Smart playing a little bit better, not as clumsy, filling up the stats a little bit more. Robert Williams was really good today. He's been awesome offensively. We love the blocks, but he's been such a great weapon on offense for them. Very little to say on Portland. We know Dame was really good. Kind of made this game close after it looked like Boston was going to kind of run away with it. A little bit more Nurk minutes as well. We'll see him get restricted a little bit. I doubt he gets ever full-blown minutes and probably not playing on back-to-backs anymore. To the ads page, you know what it is. Lou Dort, what are you doing to leave on any waiver wires right now? Moses Brown got dropped a lot. I know I'm really high, 55%, but people be dropping him, yo. Landry Shaman, if you want some short-term boost. I threw Nick Batum on here just because he played really well today, and I kind of skipped over it. He's regressed hardcore as a catch-and-shoot guy, but he's playing great. McKembirch, sneaking in there. I think he's got minutes locked down, and it sounds like Nurse kind of wants to play him more. They had the Canadian national team narrative as well. And I think Caleb Martin is kind of growing here. This team needs offense. So I think Caleb Martin going into a role that Brago could lean in on every night would be something that he could kind of do. So that's it. Happy Dort Day. Catch you guys tomorrow.